This is AWD-IT's AlphaDoom gaming PC. It's spec'd to run Doom and high settings at 1080p pretty well, and as far as I'm aware it does. We're going to take a look at the performance, its temperatures and the general aesthetics in this review. Feel free to stick around. Check out TechteamGB.co.uk for more awesome news, reviews and other stuff, including more information on this product and many more. Stick around for this awesome video. So starting off with the spec, as you can see this is a Corsair Spec Alpha. I understand that this isn't everyone's favourite, but I do actually quite like it myself. In terms of the specs, you've got a 6600K at 4.6 GHz, which is awesome, and a Corsair H45 to cool it, as well as 16 gigs of Corsair RAM to run it with, a GTX 970, 250 gig SSD, and a 1TB hard drive. On the front you have the power button, 2 USB 3 ports, a low, medium, high fan controller, headphone, microphone, a hard drive activity LED and a reset switch. On the back you have the standard I/O of I believe 4 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 3.1 ports, gigabit Ethernet, a nice set of audio as well as a nice set of video outputs, and a PS2 combo jack if you so needed it. As you can see, once we remove the windowed side panel, you can see that this is a very nicely cable managed, very stylish inside looking build, and while everything isn't as flashy as say a custom water cooled loop, it does still look pretty awesome. As you can see, they're using a Gigabyte Z170 Gaming K3 board, which obviously has the red LEDs and the nice red accents including the RAM. You also get 3 120mm red LED fans and a very nicely placed Samsung 850 EVO 250 gig SSD. That makes it a really nice experience to use, and a 1TB, this one's a Seagate hard drive down the bottom that's a bit more hidden away. Overall, the presentation of this system works really well, and I'm overall pretty impressed with it. As I said, the aesthetics match really well with this, with the red LEDs on the motherboard, as well as the fans on the front, and as I said, that's really cool. It matches with something like a Corsair Strafe pretty nicely, yeah, basically in terms of performance, it did really well. It's obviously a GTX 970, so it's how you would expect. In terms of temperatures, it did pretty well again. Around about 60 degrees on both the CPU and the GPU under full load, but I'll leave you to the performance numbers and some nice music. Pre-built PCs used to have the issue of the PC itself being more expensive than just the sum of its parts. Luckily for this PC, that definitely isn't the case. This is a really great value for money, and I'm really glad that the spec they went with includes a 250 gig SSD, just for the people who aren't as educated on things like having Steam libraries on other drives that Steam isn't installed on and stuff like that. I'm quite happy with that, and overall the spec is really good. The actual build job is really nice. The overall aesthetics are really good as well, with the 3 120mm fans in the front being red LED fans to match the red LED lights on the Gigabyte's K3 motherboard. The cable management job is excellent, and overall, as I said, I'm just really impressed with it. The only real issue I noticed was that on the loud, or the on the high fan setting under full load and gaming, it can be a little bit noisy. It's nothing really to put some earphones on just for that, but it can be a little bit noisy. It's not the most silent machine ever, but it's really nothing to worry about. I just thought I would mention it, as there really isn't anything else wrong with the PC, especially in terms of the price. In terms of scoring, I'm going to go for a 5 for value for money for obvious reasons. A 5 for performance because it does a really good job, especially at this price point. 4 for functionality just because of the noise, but really that's not something that's a massive issue. You can run the fans on low and stuff, but again, just something to note. In terms of style, I'm going to have to go for a 5, as I'm really impressed with it. And in terms of TechteamGB score, it's going to get a 5 as well. It's also going to get the Gold Award because, as I said, I am really impressed with it. It's a nice PC, and I definitely recommend you check one out if you're kind of at that price point and looking for a nice new PC. If you do pick this one up, by the way, feel free to let AWD know that you watched the review and it kind of helped you out. But if you are buying anything else, especially tech, but doesn't have to be, feel free to check my Amazon affiliate links out. I'm not asking you to buy anything else or spend any money that you wouldn't anyway. Just click the link before you actually buy the stuff so that I get a bit of help keeping the lights on and keeping the camera rolling, even if it does turn off every now and again. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to check out my other videos, I got plenty of them. And other than that, yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next video.